Hello fashion lovers, welcome to another video. In today's video we'll be learning how to cut this BUBU dress with lapel neckline, and if this is what you'll be interested in learning, kindly stay tuned and watch to the end. And if today is your first time coming across my video, you are most welcome. Don't forget to like, to subscribe to this channel, and to my returning subscribers, I really appreciate your love and support. Thank you. And let's go straight into today's video. These are the materials used for this style. Alright, to get our length, Ankara fabric comes in 45 inches, so I'll fold the 45 into 2, then find my length. So my length is 60 inches plus 2 inches additional for allowance to hem and to join at the shoulder. So after getting the length, I'll cut it out, then do the same again to have our front and back. So I've done that, and I'll fold the whole thing on each other, which means we have both front and back fold on top of each other. I hope you understand my explanation. If you watch closely, you see me opening it to let us get the explanation better. So we have front and back fold on each other, and this is the length, which is 62. So you can work with your length as well. Your length might not be 62, so just work with your length and additional allowance to hem and join at the shoulder. The width after joining, folding it into 2, I have 23.5 or 23 inches. So that's not going to be enough because it's cut together with sleeve. So I'm still going to add another extra to the length of the sleeve just to make up the length of 26.5 that I wanted for the sleeve length. Okay, alright, I've gone ahead to place 0.5 inches for starting line, that is shoulder line. The next thing is to take our horizontal measurement. So the first thing I will take is the first line, which is 11 inches for me. Then I will also mark my waistline, which is 17.5. Then I will mark my hip line, which is 27.5. I will also mark that, and the rest will be for the length. Okay, so next thing is to rule them across. Alright, the next thing is to take our shoulder line. So I will take my neck width, which is 3 inches. I'm going to mark that. Then it's cut together with sleeve, so I don't need to take any shoulder divided by 2. So I'll come down by my neck depth, which is 3 inches as well. You can do 3.5 or 4 inches if you want the neck free a bit. Okay, so the back width and neck depth as well, I will mark it, which is 1 inches. So I'll connect the cuff together. Alright, the next thing is to work on the slits at the front. There is a slit at the front. Okay, so from the neckline of the front, I'm going to come down by 6 inches. That's how deep I want it to go. So if you want it deeper than that, you can do 7 or 8. I think 8 will be too revealing. Okay, so 6 inches is what I will use. I just mark that so that we don't forget when we want to cut it. Okay, so the next thing now is to come to our shoulder line to create that shoulder slope. So on the edge of the sleeve, can you see where I place my tape? I'm going to come down by 1 inch and connect it to the neckline just to form our shoulder slope. Okay, so after doing that, the next thing is to take our body measurement. So I'll come to the bust line. So I will divide my bust by 4, which is 10. I'll mark that, then have 3 inches for ease. Okay, this is BUBU. You can do more than 3. You can do any one. Okay, but 3 makes it minimum and not too big. Okay, so after adding 3 inches, I will also add 1 inch sewing allowance. I'll do the same on my waistline. Waist divided by 4 plus 3 inches. Then I will add 1 inch sewing allowance. Then on my hip line as well, I will divide my hip by 4, add 3 inches, then 1 inch sewing allowance as well. I hope you understand me. Alright, after doing that, what I notice is because of the tiny waist and large hip, it's giving it too shapy effect, and we don't want that. This is not a dress. This is supposed to be free on the body. So it's not going to be tight actually, but then the shape is too curvy and we don't want it that way. So what I have on my bust line, I'll bring the same measurement to my waistline, then connect it to the hip. As you see me connecting it like this, so we connect the bust as well. The next thing now is to come to the sleeve area, the sleeve opening. So we want a measurement that is going to be enough. So I'm marking 10 inches there, and that's good and it's free. So and I will mark it just to be sure. So after marking it, we can now connect our cuff, and at the waist area, at the armhole area, we want to create that curve at the armhole. So I'll come down by 1.5 to create that curve. I don't know if you can see what I'm doing there, just watch closely. So I will create the curve around the armhole. Okay, so the next thing now after we've done that is to come down by 1 inch from our waistline. As you can see, the waistline will come down by 1 inch just to create our pocket opening. Then I'll mark 7 inches there for my pocket opening. Then from there I will create that curve. You can place your hand there to create the curve for the pocket opening. Okay, I'm cutting the dress with the pocket together. Okay, so I will trace the line like that. I think I changed that 7 inches to 8 inches. So I will create that curve round, then cut like that, follow following the shape that we've created. I don't know if my chalk is really clear for us, but on the hip line, the same measurement we have on the hip line, I will take it straight to the hem line as well. Okay, so I'll connect the lines together, then we can now cut from there. And when I place my hand there, can you see how it's okay for it? And the next thing now is to come to the neckline. Before we cut it, we need to add 0.5 inches sewing allowance too. Okay, so I'm going to add 0.5. You know the back one is the one short, so it's the one at the top. I'm going to add 0.5 there, create the curve. Then on the shoulder line as well, I'm going to add 0.5 on top of the shoulder line straight down to the sleeve area. Okay. Alright, after cutting it, this is what you should have. Okay, I've not cut the neckline for the front, and this is what I have. I've cut it by the side, the pocket area. Can you see the waist where I come down by 1 inch, then the hip area down to the end. Okay, next thing is to separate the back from the front, and now we have the front on the table. So I'm going to add 0.5 inches on the neckline, then cut it out. And the next thing is to mark our slit length. Don't forget that we've added 0.5 to the neckline, so I'm going to mark 6.5. Okay, so you can do whatever you want. So after marking it, then we can cut the slit straight to and stop and at that line that we mark. Alright, the next thing now is to open it up, right facing up. Okay, then we place the other one like the back is. I'm going to face it right facing right. So we want to make the shoulder and sew the shoulder by 0.5 inches allowance that we left. So we are going to join them together like that, 0.5 on both sides. Alright, after joining it, this is what you should have. And the next thing now is to work on the neckline. So we need to form the collar and that slit that we see at the front. So you know, when we fold it this way, we need to have the results that you are seeing here. So to achieve that result, we need to first measure 2 inches. Okay, and after that we mark it. Then what I'm going to do is I will merge the neckline together as you see me doing it here. And after merging it, the 2 inches that we measure initially, I'm going to replicate it on the other side as well. So I will mark it, then notch it. Okay, so after notching it, we are going to measure the remaining measurement that we have left. Okay, so from that notch part, I'm going to place my tape there and measure to the center part. Are you getting me now? So that measurement is what we will use to cut our collar. Okay, so after measuring it, I have about 11.5 as you can see. So I stopped the measurement on the notch part. You remember we have the notch part on both sides. Alright, so the 11.5 I measure, I open the neckline up like this, then measure from the notch like that to the other side notch. Okay, so I had 11.5 after doing that. Alright, the next thing now is to cut the collar. So to do that, I've created a starting line of about 1 inch of 2.5, and after doing that, the 11.5 we measure on the neckline, I'm going to divide it by 2. The measurement I have will be what I'm going to place on the paper. Just watch closely what I'm doing. Okay, so after doing that, I'm going to mark the measurement I have. So work with what you have on your own when you measure. Okay, then after doing that, we are going to come up by 3 inches. That's the collar width, and I will take it and then use that measurement to create a box. Okay, now that we've created the box, the next thing now is to measure what we have and divide it by 2 again. Okay, so the measurement that we have now, we are going to mark it, and after marking it, we are going to come up. You know, we measure 3 inches up as the width, so half of 3 inches is going to give us 1.5. So I'm going to go up by 1.5 and I will mark it as well, and then we can now connect the lines together using your curved side of your ruler as you see me doing it here. Okay, and after doing that, then we have our center. This is supposed to be the center, so then this side we are going to add allowance of 0.5 rounding. Then this side that I use my pen to touch is supposed to have 0.5 allowance around that side. So by placing your paper, be sure that the center is the one at the edge. Okay, so I just use my curve ruler, the curved side of my ruler again, to make sure it's a bit curvy. Okay, just to check if it's a bit curvy, and I will just even it out there. Then 0.5, don't forget this side that I touched, the center, we don't need to add 0.5. It is when we are cutting that we make sure we cut on fold. Alright, do you understand me? Alright, so when cutting on your fabric, make sure it's on fold and place it the way I place it, then leave enough allowance at that side. So I added 0.5 allowance to it, then I will cut it out. After cutting it out, ensure you cut another one, which means we have 2 of that collar. Okay, so the next thing is to cut the facing for the slit at the front. Okay, so to do that, I'm going to fold the fabric into 2 like this, then bring the neckline there, place it on it, making sure that we have enough space at the down part as well. Okay, and then we make sure that the slit, after the slit, we still have enough material from the white one down. Okay, and the next thing is to cut it. Don't forget that we not 2 inches on that fabric, so we are going to cut it and make sure we have about 0.5 or 1 inch after that 2 inches notch. So I'm going to replicate that notch again on the door face fabric down, and I'm going to also cut the slit open to the exact place that we stop on the main fabric as well. And the next thing now is to measure the allowance we want after the slit. I'm going to measure 3 inches, then mark it. I will raise the fabric up, then the next thing is to connect it to the allowance that we have around that side. So I'm going to create a shape like this using my free hand. You can measure about 3 inches to be sure that when you fold your fabric, that part is covered very well. Okay, you understand what I mean when you are sewing it better. Okay, and we connect it like that to that of the 1 inch that we knocked 2 inches on the main fabric and we replicate it here. So we added about 1 inch after. Okay, so it is that line that we are going to connect to that side as you see me connected, and this is what you should have after doing all this. And the next thing is to attach our interface to it. So I've added the paper tape, the soft one, so it's white fabric, you might not see it, so that's why I put it closer. Bring it closer to the camera for you to see. And the next thing is to sew our collar. We are going to fold the two on top each other like this, then sew 0.5 around it, just like I use my hand to trace it out here. We sew by 0.5 around it, I mean the straight part. Just do it the way I trace my hand. Alright, the next thing now is to sew our facing. So I'm going to open it up like this, right facing me, then I'll place the facing right facing it as well, then merge it together, use my pin to hold it in place, and we are going to stitch it. Just note that you are stopping the stitch at the notch part at the neckline. Just follow the stitch as I trace my hand. Also the collar, I've gone ahead to stitch it as I explained earlier, so I will notch it and iron it flat. After stitching it down, you notch it round, then turn it to the other side like the inside. Okay, so I've used iron to press it down, and after pressing it down, can you see what is giving already? Now you can use your iron to form that shape that you see there now. Okay, so the next thing is to work on the collar. So the collar, we are going to fold it into two, notch the midpoint, then we open it up like this as you see me opening it up. You place it on the center back as well. You will have fold it into two and notch the midpoint at the back. So make the midpoint together, then pin it round using one part of the collar. Can you see? So I'm using the one part of the collar to pin it round, then we stitch it round the neckline. Okay, so after pinning it, can you see what we have? So I'm going to stitch it using the 0.5 that we left there. Okay, so after stitching it, this is what you should have. The next thing now is to do the finishing there. So don't forget that we notched 2 inches around the neckline. So that's, and while cutting the facing, I added additional 1 inch to it. And don't forget we stopped the sewing at the notch. So we are going to, the remaining 1 inch left, as you can see my hand, the remaining 1 inch left, we are going to stitch it to the one up, I mean the collar of that I'm folding. I'm going to stitch it to it. Then after stitching it to it, then we can now fold it down like the way I'm folding it in this video. Don't forget what I explained now, because I don't think my video covers that side. So this one that is still dangling at the facing, we are going to stitch it to the part of the collar. Okay, so after stitching it to the part of the collar, then we fold it inside to stitch it, just like you see me doing it in the video. Alright, the next thing is to add to the sleeve area, and I've folded using 0.5 inches on both, like you see me pinning it down here. Then I measured the additional length that I wanted to add together with this hemming allowance to hem it. Okay, so after doing that, I'm going to attach it on both sides, hem it, and after hemming it, we can now stitch by the side, just like I traced my hand. Use 1 inch to stitch it, then when you get to pocket size, you use 0.5, and I'm going to stop the stitch exactly 15 inches or 16, anyone that works through. I'm going to stop right there that I'm pointing my hand. Then after stopping there, I'm going to open it up like this, then stitch it down separately. Okay, so it's advisable to weave it so that you can have a neat finishing yeah, that side. And can you see when I open it up, this is what you should have after opening it up. You can weave it separately, then you stitch using the allowance left down. Then the next thing is to end it round. And that will be all for this video. I hope you find this video helpful. I hope you're going to be trying it. If you have any question, don't forget to drop it in the comments. I'm going to attend to it. Also, kindly like, share, and subscribe to my channel for more videos like this coming. Thank you, and see you in the next one. Bye bye.